move on to one of those wonderful traditions, and that's, of course, the speeches. You won't be looking forward
Thanks
to
for this.
No pressure. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand you over to Bright Step Fellow. That's Billy. Big round of applause, please.
I'm not going to cry yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I must admit, I'm slightly nervous today. I've only had to stand up in front of so many people once before, and all I had to say was, "Guilty, Your Honour." So, on behalf of Julie and myself, I would like to thank you all for joining us on Rachael and Ben's very special day. I would like to say how delighted we are to have Ben as an official member of our family, though he has been like a son to us for quite a while. On the first occasion that Ben visited us at home, for some reason, which we can no longer remember why, so we'll put it down to nerves, Ben decided at one point it would be a good idea to drop his trousers. Quite possibly to show us credentials at the time. Though, since I come from East Belfast, I thought I was a little bit worried because I thought this was a weird Carrick tradition that I knew nothing about. The following years were spent building a father and daughter relationship that we have, and I was able to follow Rachel's progress to grammar school, job interviews, driving lessons, which was an experience that neither her or I will forget. And as a family, we shared many happy occasions and also some sad times. Julie and I were extremely proud when Rachael gained a place at Queen's University to study for a master's degree in pharmacy. During her time at Queen's, she met and fell in love with Ben. Why, we never know. And on the 1st of April 2013, our family were blessed with our first grandson, Jack Robert. Rachael and Ben have made a very happy and loving home to their expanding family, which now includes 2 cats, a dog, and have made us very proud of them all. Sorry, I forgot about the goldfish. And that happens to be my work ringing me. I'm sure we all agree that this young couple have coped very well over the years with many obstacles that they have had to face, where many might have given up, and their love for each other and determination to make the relationship work should inspire a lot of us here. When I saw Rachael this morning, she looked absolutely beautiful. I even had a few tears in my eyes, not because of how she looked, because I was thinking my bank manager will go mad on Monday when he sees what I've spent. Over the years, I've tried my best to love and protect Rachael, and would now like to pass some, but not all, that responsibility over to Ben. I know he will try his very best to make her happy, and I'm sure if he doesn't, I'll set Julie on him. In closing, I would like to offer Rachael and Ben the following advice. Love constantly, accuse slowly, forgive quickly, share everything, and be your best friend. Also, I want to add this bit, which I thought would be very appropriate. For people and friends and family who can't be with us today, they're in our thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to wish you a long and happy marriage. So, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to the bride and groom, Rachael and Ben. Thank goodness that's over.
Please give it up for the father of the groom. Let's hear for Graham.
How's all doing? I didn't realise I was doing a speech until about 3 days ago when Ben told me he wanted me to say a few things. So I can't really add much to what Billy's actually said. I just think it's incredible that everybody's here and they're all celebrating what Ben and Rachael have done. That's absolutely fantastic. 3 or 4 years ago, Rachael started university. She just had a beautiful wee boy, Jack, and she didn't take any time off. She She didn't take a year out. She didn't take any time off. None at all. No, none. Straight back into university, and she came out with a first in pharmacy, which I think is absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, Ben.
I'm not back at that.
Ben has worked tirelessly for me for about the last 6 or 7 years, and he's put up with me. And I can tell you, I'm not the easiest guy to put up with in the world, but I have to say to him, well done for putting up with me for the last 6 or 7 years. So he works harder than probably the rest of the staff I have. So between the two of them, if they keep this ethic going, there's nothing that'll stop them, and they'll probably achieve anything that they want to achieve. So big up to those two, because they're fantastic. Unfortunately, my dad isn't here, and I wish he was, to welcome you to our family, because we couldn't ask for anything better, to be perfectly honest. But there was a couple of people a few years ago gave me a couple of little books. I'm not going to read them out, you're okay? But these little books, we've used them, Gail, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely.
And anybody that was sort of from our era at school, I don't know if they still do this, the kids will tell you whether they do or not, it's the Lady books, the Lady Bird series of books, with Peter and Jane and all this sort of stuff. So I've got 2 of these books, and one of them is How It Works, The Wife. So there you go, it's got lots of tips for Ben in here about your wife. And Rachel, I've got one for you, which is slightly thicker. And it's How It Works, The Husband. So if anybody wants to help me read these later on, there's some cracker tips in it about how not to fight and argue and all that sort of stuff. So there you go. And I can't really say much more, but thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy yourselves. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Graham. Thank you very much.
Aye, just about.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for one of the reasons why you're all here today. Please give it up for the man of the moment, the man of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the groom. Big round of applause, please.
As you know, I'm sort of a man of short words. I don't really say an awful lot, don't really talk an awful lot at all. So let's just keep it short and sweet. You'll be glad to hear. Right, I'd like to start this off by saying thank you for coming and spending this special day with me and my family and friends. I really, really do appreciate it. Makes me and Rachel especially know how much we're actually appreciated and loved. I think, to be honest, everyone's just looking all right. You could have maybe done a bit better. No, I'm only joking. Everyone's looking brilliant, stunning. Yeah, sorry, don't get jealous, but yeah. So I'll start off with Billy and Julie. I would just like to thank you for being there for me and Rachel, and Jack, who adores you, as you know. As you know, through the years, it hasn't been easy with me, as I add on. And treat me like one of your own. It really, really does mean a lot. And let me marry your smart, kind, amazing, beautiful daughter, who is looking unbelievable today. You really are beautiful, just like every single day. I promise that I will try and make her as happy as you and loved as much as you have throughout the years. Although it'll probably be very, very hard. I just know you really are good parents. Okay, before I start crying. Lauren and Emma, you're both looking fantastic today. Lovely shoes, by the way. Even though it took me about 7 hours to help you pick them out. Probably the worst day I've ever had in my life. Thank you for being there for Rachel and for your help throughout the whole process of me being stuck with you in the house. I'd like to thank my dad and Gail for letting me have the day off work. I appreciate it, thanks. Probably have to work a day off or something to get it back, for sure. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I'd also like to thank you for all your help and support throughout the years and being there through all the thickness and thin. There's been some bad points, very low points, but it's been also through really, really great points, like with Sunday and Warren, and just being there for me. Thank you. Jeremy. I'd like to give Jeremy, my stepfather, a big thank you for his sacrifice and support throughout the years. He raised me like his own through the good and the bad times. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for coming today. My brothers, who are all here, they're all younger than me, so they're probably all glad I picked a Friday, so they got a day off school. You're all looking absolutely fantastic. You both look, all three, sorry, look brilliant. Really do. And if you grow up to look like me, you'll be doing well. I'm not gonna lie, like. I would like to thank everyone individually, but there's so many to name, and I'll probably forget someone to thank. So thank you, everybody, again. To the best man and grooms, man. Thanks for putting up every phone call at 6:10, and being there when I needed you, and all the lads. I really do thank you for a fantastic stag away. Thank you, and for the stag at home also from my extended family too. Also to Rachel's friends, for making an effort for her throughout the planning and prep for the wedding, taking her away to Edinburgh, and letting Rachel stay at her house. So thank you. Saved me an absolute fortune on a hotel room. Thank you. I'd like to thank my Granny June, and if there was ever a problem I could go to, and also Rachel's Granny Lily, who I know that Rachel could say the same. You're both fantastic women, and thank you so much for all these amazing families. Finally, there's two people I'd like to thank, but they couldn't be here today, and that's my granda Billy and Rachel's granda Bobby. They were both the life and soul of the party, and would have loved every single minute of this day, and they would have been so proud. So here is to many happy years and good times, not just to me and Rachel, but to everyone's relationships and marriages in this room. Thank you. Cheers.
The last speaker today. Last but by no means least, please give it up for your best man. Give it up for Gareth.
Okay. Do I read the telecast first? At the end. At the end. Loads of times to rush it over.
Yes.
Now for the dreaded best man speech. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gareth, and unfortunately for everyone here, he has genuinely picked the worst public speaker as his best man, as everyone here knows. I would just like to point out this is the first time I've ever had to make a speech, and it is true what they say. It's very nerve-wracking. You're always full of regret and wish you genuinely never said yes. But on the bright side, at least I'm not the only person in the room that feels that way. But we did both choose to be here, Rachel. All joking aside, I am honoured to be here today as Ben's best man after 12 years of friendship. Well, to be honest, it's more like 6. For the first 6, I pretty much hated him. If I'm being honest. I know he chose me for 2 reasons. Number 1, the main reason, no one else would stand up and do a speech. And number 2, he knew he could plan a decent night out. I'd just like to say how beautiful the bridesmaids look today. You really did do a fantastic job, and I'm sure it wasn't easy trailing Rachel down that aisle against all her better judgment, but you got her there in the end. No doubt everyone here today, as myself included, thought Rachel looked absolutely stunning. And also, the second thought ran through their head, Sam the Eagle over there in the middle is massively punching above his weight. Obviously everyone did look fantastic, but Rachel looked the best. Although it is her wedding day, she did plan it that way. Although who said marriage is an equal partnership? Here comes the part Ben has been dreading from the moment he picked me to be best man. I've been warned almost daily. Remember who the audience is here today. And please don't say anything bad. Fortunately for Ben, all the stories are too bad. And this would normally be the opportunity I would take to embarrass my best friend, but on the bright side, I'm involved in all the stories, so I don't have to embarrass myself either. Instead, I'd like to speak to Ben's caring side. We were all on a night out in McCracken's one night. I'm sure a lot of you remember. All sitting around, just having a few drinks, just casually. Ben being Ben, drinking straight from the bottle. necking it as he does. I look over as I went to buy a couple of drinks. There is some absolute scumbag slobbering away. Gets knocked out cold, middle of the dance floor, covered in blood. Now, I may say he was still breathing, perfectly okay. Might have woke up in 5 or so minutes. Ben, without hesitation, only concerned for his health and his well-being, shoved everyone out of the way, staggered out of his seat, screamed top of his lungs, "I'm from St. John's Ambulance." Horrifying. Without hesitation, rushed over, stuck the lips on him, started pumping all sorts of breath into him. Followed that up by a couple of rib fracture and CPR compressions. Just went for it. Stood back up, covered in blood. You thought some other guy was kissing him. There's that much red stuff around his face. Staggered back to the seat, and literally within 5 minutes, by the time we got back to the drinks, there was the police standing around. Ben sitting there, white shirt, covered in blood. Literally cannot leave him for 5 minutes. Now, Ben, as I'm not married myself, and I'm newly whipped myself, yeah, to be honest, I kind of thought I'd ask my dad for some marital advice, as he's been happily married for 30 years. He believes there's 3 secret rules to being happily married. Rule number 1, always tell your wife those 3 words she's longing to hear. "You're right, dear." It's completely true. Rule number 2, never go to sleep in an argument. Stay up all night until you've won. And the most important rule of all, marriage is one of give and takes. The man will always give and the wife will definitely always take. Today, Ben, you will be walking away with a stunning, caring, beautiful bride, the mother of your child. Today, Rachel, you'll be walking away with Ben. And if you're to believe everything Pinocchio over there in the middle says, to be honest with you, Rachel, you're walking away with an elite triathlete, former Royal Marine, best butcher in Ireland, the hardest man in Carrick, and the best dancer Box nightclub has ever seen. You'll be glad to hear I'm pretty much done now. So if everyone would like to stand, raise their glass. And in all seriousness, please, everyone, wish Rachel the best of luck. And just to my lifetime friends, to the bride and groom, to Ben and Rachel. That's okay, you can all sit down now.
So that's a telegram. They want to call it a telegram. It's not
Telegram.
an email,
That's no worries. Yeah. And just before everyone settles down for dinner, a couple of people who couldn't be here today have sent telegrams for Ben and Rachel. Starting first. Dear Ben and Rachel, sending heartfelt congratulations to you both. We are so disappointed we cannot be there to join in the wedding celebrations. We hope you're having a wonderful day and wish you a long, happy future together as man and wife. Much love always. Your cousins Jake, Tia, and Livy, and Auntie Kelly. Last one. I can open it. To Ben and Rachel, wishing you every happiness with lots of love. David, Elizabeth, and Auntie. Bye. I'm sore.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was give the formal speeches for today. Can I ask you to offer a massive round of applause for everybody who's done this well? Big round of applause, please. And ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the reason why you're all here today, please give up your right for the Mr. and Mrs. McMahon. And ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, I've got a special message from the second person here. Please give it up for Jack.